We went down to the London Solidarity protest for Indian students recently and spoke with Gen Z and other members of the diaspora about the support for India's growing movement that's demanding political change.
Many of our families look at us as traitors because the understanding is that if you're anti-Modi or anti-BJP or against India or you're against a religion of Hinduism, that sort of logical inconsistency is something we tackle on an everyday basis.
The majority of my family are Modi supporters, and it's, I think, quite difficult to have conversations with them to make them realise what's happening. I think because they're so blinded by the support for the BJP.
Of course, the Hindutva ideology has been propagated and a lot of people have been brought into that movement. However, it's the Indian middle classes that are supporting the Hindutva movement. A certain section of the middle class, the intelligentsia. The other thing that is very crucial to understand is that this Hindu fascist movement is inextricably linked to Indian corporate capital. And you would see that a common theme in all fascist movements. So this is why the Indian middle classes and the upper classes are not that much in discomfort.
Getting through to them and making them realise the ground reality has been quite a task, but I'm here today to prove that it is really important to stand up with the students, because at the end of the day, religion or nationality or ethnicity, that shouldn't matter when you're standing up for the right thing.
We need the Indian intelligentsia to turn against this movement in a big way, come out of their homes and say, no, we will not have this. But, so if people say, oh, Modi has uplifted India, shiny new India. There are lots of new gadgets. They have the nuclear bomb or whatever. That was before Modi, wasn't it? But anyway, so all these things, the Indian middle classes are really chuffed about it. They think that India is now a very powerful global phenomenon. It's really silly.
But I think this movement has woken something up, even in a very, very difficult generation who are very entrenched in their ways, and this is sort of opening up conversations, especially the brutality that the police have routinely used, not just against students of now, but like against many Muslims in India, against the Dalits, against the Adivasis, against the trans people.
We have to challenge this Hindu fascist government in order to have a resolution on many of these issues. So I say all power to the student movement. And of course, it's not just the student movement. Their families, their parents, their villagers are all joining this. So I don't think they can completely suppress this now.
People are finally waking up to the fact that their own children are getting beaten up. And so now they're like, oh, wow, okay.
And this is such a movement that everybody is united for, even the older generation, because their kids are suffering.
My mum, she's here in spirit, because I've had these conversations with her. She is in full support of the students and really hopes that, the Modi government takes accountability, apologises and just resigns.
This guy should be the next to resign. Amit Shah is the Home Minister and he's the right-hand man and left-hand man of Narendra Modi and organizes all the skullduggery and the logistics of brutality in India.
This is just one step in the right direction. Message to the cabinet saying that, yeah, we're coming for you. We have one person down and there are so many more protests that we can do.
The Zionist project is very similar to the Hindutva project, and that's what we are fighting over here as well.
The parent movement of BJP is the RSS, established in 1925, who admiring Mussolini and even the stormtroopers of Hitler. So those were their mentors. And so for 100 years, they have honed this fascist ideology and they have now got power, and it's very sad.
Someone has to ring the bell, because before this everyone was afraid, everyone was being suppressed. Whoever raised their voice, their houses were put down with a bulldozer. These guys, the Gen Zs, have started everything together, and that's the best thing that has ever happened in the last, 15, 20 years in India. Correct. It was a big thing now. So yeah, really proud to be a part of this generation.
make sure that your parents are not only following what's being shown in the mainstream media, make sure they're checking independent news sources as well. Make sure you are also checking independent news sources. And just, I think honesty is the best policy here, as difficult as it sounds. You just have to have these open conversations.
I think when Modi first came into power, I was in college, and since then, I have been seeing the kind of things that he's been doing to the country, a country that's been developing and has been going down since he came into power. Well, being a queer Indian, I feel like I felt like at a point we were like progressing towards queer rights, but then since he's coming into power, he has been pushing back on queer rights. And I just want to let him know that queer people are also human beings. We also deserve the right to live.
So I've got loads of family back in India, and I go every year, and so many of my nieces and nephews are students, and I know someone personally who's not here anymore because of everything that's going on. It's a friend of a family friend who basically committed suicide because of everything that happened, and it's so difficult. My Masi in India is going through it and informed us about everything that happened. So since then, I educated myself, found out what was going on, and realized I had to come, I had to show my support.
So pleased that the student protests have resulted in a magnificent victory, the resignation of the Education Minister. But I don't think it can stop there.
If we resign, doesn't mean like it's all over. We can never forget the sacrifice and the police that did lathi charge to students.
In the West, people talk about India is the largest democracy, but democracy is being dismantled, left, right and center. You would have heard about the elimination of millions of votes. They have done that in order to rig the elections and consolidate their power.
I just got the one message, like we have to raise our voice, we have to question the government. Most of the older people are supporting Modi, and I don't know why, but you need to open your eyes and just see all the things going on in India.
The older generation, they don't have access to social media, they don't have access to independent journalism.
But you know, social media is also controlled by the Modi government. A lot of their propaganda, election propaganda, is done through WhatsApp groups.
There's a huge cultural shift happening right now, and I think it's a very important moment in Indian political history, and I think it's a huge turning moment because we've never seen this before, so I think it's quite an exciting time.
It is an exciting time. I hope it doesn't die down.
Thank you so much.